You didn't decide to pick up your phone.
Your hand just did it, before you even thought about it. Maybe you're doing it right now. And that is not a glitch. That's the product working exactly the way it was designed to. Right now, somewhere, a team of the smartest engineers on Earth is getting paid an absurd amount of money to make sure you can't stop. And they are winning. By a lot. And it's not just you. It's almost everybody. Almost everywhere. All at once. Billions of people, heads tilted down at the same little glowing rectangle, all losing the same quiet fight. It is the single most successful capture of human attention in history, and it happened in about 15 years, without firing a single shot. You just thought it was a phone. So today, I'm taking you inside the machine. I'll show you exactly how it hijacks your brain, and the one stupidly simple move that finally shuts it off. It's real, and it costs you nothing. I'm the yellow guy. I figure out why you do the things you do. And today, we're cracking open the single most addictive object you own. Your phone is gonna hate this video. Let's go. Start with the obvious question. Why can't you stop? Here's the uncomfortable answer. Your phone is a slot machine. Not like one, literally engineered to be one. Think about what a slot machine does. Pull the lever. Sometimes you win, sometimes nothing, and you never know which. That never know which is the whole hook. A psychologist named B.F. Skinner proved this with pigeons, decades before the iPhone existed. You don't lock in a behavior by rewarding it every time. You lock it in by rewarding it sometimes, randomly. Variable reward, the most addictive pattern known to science. Casinos run on it. So does your thumb. And casinos worked this out a century ago. No clocks on the walls, no windows, no natural reason to ever stop. Sound familiar? Your feed is that exact same trick, except it followed you home, it fits in your hand, and it never, ever closes. Pull to refresh. Most of it's garbage, but every 10th swipe, boom, a perfect video, a like, a message from that person. You never know which pull pays off, so you keep pulling, forever. But here's the part that should genuinely disturb you. You'd think the good video is the reward, right? Wrong. Your brain runs on dopamine, and almost everyone gets it backwards. Dopamine is not the feeling of getting the thing. Researcher Wolfram Schultz showed the dopamine spike fires before you get anything, in the anticipation. Dopamine isn't the win, it's the maybe. Watch yourself next time. The unopened notification, that little red dot, is almost more exciting than whatever's actually behind it. And half the time, opening it is a tiny letdown. That's the whole game. The anticipation always beats the answer. So when you scroll, you're not chasing the good video, you're chasing the chance of one. That's why you blow past 100 boring posts and still can't stop. Your brain isn't bored, it's hunting. And the hunt never ends, because the next swipe might be the one. Which brings up something that probably bugs you. If scrolling doesn't even feel good, and be honest, you usually feel worse after, why do you keep doing it? Because in your head, wanting and liking are two completely separate systems. Neuroscientist Berridge proved you can desperately crave something you don't enjoy at all. The wanting stays switched on long after the fun is gone. You know exactly what I mean. You open the app to check one message, and 20 minutes later, you're watching a stranger fail to parallel park, mildly furious, no memory of how you got there. That empty, slightly sick feeling underneath it all? That's the reward you were promised and never got. The machine doesn't need you happy. It just needs you pulling. But here's the real question. Why is your brain so easy to hijack? Why doesn't it have a defense? Because it was built for a completely different planet. For almost all of human history, novelty was rare and precious. New information, new faces, news from the next valley over. That stuff was scarce, and noticing it kept your ancestors alive. So your brain evolved one simple rule. When something new and social shows up, grab it. Pay attention, every single time. That rule worked perfectly for 2 million years. And then, Somebody built a glass rectangle that serves up infinite new, infinite social, infinite forever. There's actually a name for this. Back in the 50s, a biologist named Niko Tinbergen noticed something bizarre. Birds would abandon their own eggs to sit on a fake one if it was bigger and brighter and more exaggerated than the real thing. He called it a supernormal stimulus, an artificial trigger more tempting than anything in nature. Decades later, a Harvard psychologist named Deirdre Barrett pointed that idea straight at modern life. Your feed is a supernormal stimulus. More faces, more drama, more novelty in 10 seconds than your great-grandparents saw in a week. Your brain isn't broken, it's working perfectly, for a world that stopped existing 100 years ago. And now your brain offers its favorite excuse. Okay, I just need more willpower. No, stop, put that down, because you are not in a fair fight. That bottomless scroll, no end, no edge, nowhere to naturally stop, was invented by an engineer named Aza Raskin. He has said, out loud, that he regrets it, because it killed the one thing that used to save you. The moment a page ended, and you looked up. And it's not just him. Pull to refresh, built like a slot lever. Autoplay, the little red dots, the feed that reshuffles every time you blink. Every single one tuned by teams of people whose entire job is squeezing one more second of your attention. And it gets darker. The algorithm choosing what you see next does not care if you're happy. It optimizes for one thing, keeping you here. And it learned, fast, that nothing keeps you scrolling like outrage, fear, envy, the post that drops your stomach. So that's what rises to the top. That's why you can put the phone down feeling anxious and angry and not quite know why. You didn't choose that mood. It was selected for you. And here's the part nobody says out loud. You're not the customer. You're the product. Tristan Harris, one of the guys who used to build this stuff, says it plainly. If you're not paying for the app, your attention is what's being sold. Every minute you scroll, somebody gets paid. You get a slightly worse mood. That's the deal you never agreed to. And add it up. An hour here, 2 hours there. That's not a habit. That's a part-time job you work for free. And the only paycheck is feeling a little worse about yourself. The scariest part isn't how much time it eats. It's that you won't even remember losing it. So no, you don't have a discipline problem. You have a 1,000 geniuses are paid to beat me and I showed up with vibes problem. So how do you beat a machine that's rigged against you? Easy, you stop playing fair too. You add friction. You make the machine annoying to use. Flip your screen to grayscale. In black and white, your brain stops craving the bright little rectangle. And yeah, there's research showing it cuts screen time. Charge your phone in another room, so reaching it means actually standing up. Delete the app off your home screen. You'll reinstall it, sure, but that 10-second pause is sometimes just enough to snap you awake. Throw a blocker like OneSec or Forest in the way, so opening it costs you something. And kill your notifications, every single one except an actual human texting you. Your apps do not need to tap you on the shoulder 40 times a day to remind you they exist. And don't just remove it, replace it. Everyone who actually breaks the habit does the same thing. They fill their hands, draw, cook, play something, lift something. Go ahead, try scrolling with your hands full. You can't. And then, the stupidly simple move I promised you at the start. Go outside. I'm dead serious. Touch grass. Literally, put your hand on a plant like the mammal you actually are. Look at a bird. Birds don't have a For You page, and they seem completely fine. Touch grass turned into an insult for one reason. It works. Time outside lowers your stress and resets the exact system your phone spent all day frying. The machine sells you the maybe. The sky just hands you the real thing. For free. You didn't decide to pick up your phone this morning, but you can decide to put it down right now. And the second you do, for the first time all day, your thumb has nothing left to chase. Go look up. The graphics out here are unbelievable. That's me, the yellow guy. Every tool I just mentioned, the apps, the settings, all of it, is sitting in the description below. Set it up now before your brain talks you out of it. It'll try. And if you liked watching your own brain get caught red-handed, I've got another one. Why, at 3 a.m., the exact second you're about to fall asleep, your brain pulls up the most embarrassing thing you've ever done and plays it back in 4K. It's right over here. Go find out why your brain seems to hate you specifically. See you in the next one. Now go outside.